Welcome back to MyGM 2K25. I am your host, attackslug, on the road to Survivor Series. In this week's program, and Triple H wants Seth freaking Rollins cutting a promo, but also AJ wants to be in front of that hometown crowd in Georgia, and otherwise, if I book Drew and Roman, they get a boost in popularity until week 20. And also AJ wanted that tier 3 advertising, 100 grand for that. But also Miz don't gotta fight Drew anymore, which is great, and then we're good, hopefully, maybe. But yes, tier 3 advertising as promised for the phenomenal AJ Styles. 100 grand down the drain, I guess. We'll see. So, we do want, I suppose, a charity. No, I'm sorry. We're in a feud. So it's a call-out promo from AJ to Oba. There we go. With that, you're on the card, on the show, and I guess Seth, well, Seth might be also call out because I want to start a new tag team rivalry, so the freaking family need new challengers. And there is one small problem in that because we need to turn one half of that tag team, which would be The Miz, to a heel. If I do a tag team call out, and it is the freaking family are tag team champions against the new tag team of The Miz and Andrade, A, saves them stamina, and B, hopefully sparks a new tag team rivalry. But also we need a role change for Mike The Miz. So Miz turns heel, and then the call out happens, and then the other call out happens, and then yes, now as far as matches go, boy, we do have a new challenger for our world champion, Drew McIntyre. And that would be the Archer of Infamy, Damian Priest. It is bruiser, fighter, face, heel, and they have enough stamina to make it for that world title on this week's show. But opening our broadcast, we have the still dominant champion of Bayley against a brand new challenger of Tiffany Stratton. And they have excellent stamina, so yes, for that world title to open the show. We still do want to get Roman Reigns and Pete Dunne, who had that one really good 4-star match and have not delivered since then. So trying to spark that rivalry. And here's my overall problem, in that I did want to do some scouting, but they totally used power cards against me, and that scouting is not a possibility. Let's look at scouts. We have 0. Everything is 0. And I need a solid star to bring in to tag team with Gigi for those women's tag team titles. Finally. But can't do it today, which is an issue, and I don't think I have a card for that. So injury time, opposing brand, contract. Oh, I can finally use this card. I will use it on Nick Aldis. So someone's Smackdown contract is going to be reduced by 2 weeks. Confirm. Whatever. Have fun, Nick Aldis. Let us use this card for retaining fans and the instant morale boost, right? We need someone who is perhaps not the most happy to be here, and that would be either Oba, Gigi, or Tiffy. And I feel like Tiffy was the most recently angry after she had left her previous brand, so we're going to give that to a Tiffy time. And now she is thrilled to be here. But yes, I cannot do any recruiting this week, even with my budget. I don't have the talent scout points, and that sucks. What I can do is book Alexa and Gigi in a match. So Cruiser, I'm sorry. I can't do that because look at the 28 stamina of Alexa Bliss. That would be a foolish move. However, we have Tatum Paxley, who has plenty of stamina, and then against Gigi. So that was not my first idea. I wanted a tag team thing here, but we'll take what we can get here at the moment, and that tag team business has to wait for later in the week. But that is the show, opening with the title and closing with a title. And so that is potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential new rivalries and 1 currently existing rivalry. And so ideally, those 5 on the go-home show and one for the PLE. But as we know, it's not always that simple. Let's lock things in. 16 thou on this card, on this show. In Gainesville, Smackdown up first. We get Randy Orton and Rosie. Non-title, plenty of stamina. Locking things in. And Rosie with the win over the Viper. It was 3 stars good. The call out from Indy to Kyrie, level 2 to level 3. Triple threat, Asuka, the brand new superstar here on SmackDown, versus Baszler versus Kyrie. Sure. Getting it done here in the ring. Asuka, the Empress, with the win, 2.5 stars. Jacob Fatu with some in-ring training. How about he gets some off time to get that stamina back? Nick Aldis, what are you doing here, man? U.S. title, Corbin challenges Noam Dar with his 100 stamina on Corbin. And still, 2.5 star Noam Dar. Rhea calls out Piper, a new challenger for our champion. And your main event, Tozawa and Otis, the tag team champions, versus Solo and Akam with a Grayson Waller run-in. How does that make sense? I don't know. Your tag team champs win, and now it is a Waller and Otis feud. 3 stars. Monday Night Raw. Bianca Belair, Wendy Chu. It is the EST in a tables match. 4 stars. Amazing. This is still going on. And it's what is broken here. It says on the text that the rivalry grows. But where's the number of what it's growing to? That's baffling. But okay. Mid-card tag team Trick and the Steamboats versus Rezar and Elton 3 belts with 37 stamina. Call him Belton Prince, cause good lord, the belt collector Elton Prince is a wild gimmick. And they lose. Tricky Ricky get the win, 3 stars. It was good, and somehow Elton not injured. Cody Rhodes with a excellent self promo. What do you want to talk about? Karrion Kross, Duke Hudson, since they finished up that Omos feud. And it is Karrion Kross, and it is 3.5 stars. Great. Oro and Andre Chase was okay. And finally, Adam Pearce realized he's not getting back Tiffany Stratton from me, and therefore he must crown a new Women's World Champion. We have Natalya. We have Scarlett. Who's it gonna be? Okay, Scarlett with the win, and she is the new, and it is 3.5 stars. WCW, Bayley, Tiffy. Will we see a new champion here on this show? Will it be? No, Bayley. A thorough defense there, 3.5 stars, and that did not spark rivalry. That's a problem. The Miz with an excellent heel turn, because it's The Miz, and it should be. Roman Reigns, Pete Dunne. I don't even want to know. What do we get? The big dog, and it is 2.5. And again, where's the rivalry? What's your damage? Call out, that one worked. So at least 1 out of my 5 worked. Tatum Paxley, Gigi Dolan, a 1, a 2, a 3, GG, the newest member of a WCW, and that's the one I didn't want. That's the one I wanted for a tag team, not a singles, so a 2 stupid. At least AJ and Oba is growing that rivalry. And let's check out some Drew and Damian for the world title. Now, I should mention, this is being filmed before I've watched WrestleMania. Therefore, I don't know what happened between these two in their Sin City street fight. I'm filming this on a Thursday the week before because obviously a very busy Mania weekend. I usually start filming on the weekends, but obviously busy here with a whole lot of wrestling happening this weekend. Or I guess when you're watching this, it means last weekend. But you know, that's the deal. Oh, ref bump! That's the deal there between these two. So who knows what's going to happen in that Sin City street fight. Right now, they're in a chain wrestling bit of business. Back into the corner. Cheap shot. Cheap shots. Drew. Nope. Eased off with no cheap shot. Okay. I'm surprised. So, curious enough, the chain wrestling does not allow for the free count. It locks you in for some reason, which sucks. Future Shock DDT. Is that enough to put away the Archer of Infamy? It is not. Claymore! That might be it. And still, a 1, a 2 count. It is not the end for Priest. To the ropes. Overhead throw. And a pinfall. So, I feel like they've changed something here, and it's over. In the fact that I'm using free cam, and certain moves it still locks you into the locked camera and not the free cam, which I feel like didn't used to happen. 3 stars, apparently no new rivalry. That's not what I wanted to happen. The hell. 3 stars, good, but no new rivalry. Boys. What are we doing here? I don't know. NXT. Bronson Reed, Dexter Lumis, opening contest, standard matchup. It is Big Bronson Reed. It was 4 stars, amazing, level 2 to level 3. A-Town is on NXT, +2 on promo. Tyler Bate, the Red Flame. I mean, why, but okay. Tyler Bate gets the win, and it is 2 stars, mediocre. Isla Dawn and Maxine Dupree, level 2 to level 3. Mid-card tables for the title, main event Jay, Wolfgang, and Olaf. Here on the black and gold, it is Jey Uso, yeet, 3 stars. Banzai gets +1. And your main event for the tag team titles, Nikita and Maxine with 40 stamina versus Alba and Zoe, who are your reigning defending champions. And still. And it was 3.5 stars. So I still was a bit of a lackluster show. When you look at the other cards here, it's not particularly the best, but we'll see how the numbers show. 19,000 for Smackdown, and they got almost 70. Raw does 27,000, and Raw gets almost 70. WCW gets 19,000, and we get about 70. And NXT does 24, and they get about 70. Get Schooled, number 3, in-ring XP, which reduces our lead to 74,725. And hey, at least Adam Pearce finally has a Women's World Champion again, so congrats, you bald fraud. But hey, we are still doing what needs to be done, and we still have the best budget in the business. Moving on, Erie, Pennsylvania. AJ Styles was hype for that Tier 3 advertising, and Alexa Bliss is pissed at Gigi. Alexa wants to run in on Gigi to help out her buddy, her tag team partner, Tatum Paxley. Sure, I guess. It's something. So, over in those power cards, Get Schooled. Who is close to gaining a new level, and who is close to gaining a new perk, I wonder? Perhaps Tiffy Time. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps Gigi, right? She's at level 9 and is almost at 10, and 10 should be a new perk, so sure. XP on Gigi now at 12. New perk for Gigi, what do we get on that perk decision? Basic popularity, +1 on being in matches, and the chance of injury reduced by 10%. I will take the injury reduction perk. And so we have 3 rivalries. When we needed to have like 6, we'll see. I'm attackslug, thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.